My name is Monica Bewa. I am from Ghana. I work at Komfo-Anokye Teaching Hospital in Kumasi. I was recommended for this Merck Foundation clinical embryology training by the First Lady of Ghana. And we've been here for the past 3 months for the training. In Ghana, infertility is an issue as it is for every other country across the world. But fortunately, fertility treatment started in Ghana since 1995. That was when the first IVF baby was born. So in Ghana, there are about 25 IVF centers in Ghana. But unfortunately, it's all owned by the private sector. We do not have any fertility clinic that is owned by the government or the public sector. For clinical embryologists, we have around 35 clinical embryologists in Ghana who are trained and working in the whole country. Mostly, it's women who come for the fertility treatment because in Ghana, after marriage, when there is no children, the society tends to blame the women. So mostly it's the women who come more for fertility treatment. The ratio between male involvement is quite low because the women will take the initiative and then later on their husbands will join. But for the men to initiate fertility treatment, it's not very common in Ghana. But in general, the number of fertility patients seeking treatment is, I do not have the exact estimation, but the number is quite high because most Ghanaian women want to go to school, they want to be professional. So most of the time after 35 years, that is when they are interested in fertility care, and most of them will have a lot of challenges because of the decrease in fertility chances because of the advanced age. Most Ghanaians are aware about fertility treatment because mostly we see patients coming to the clinics and inquiring about options that are available. The difficulty is it is mostly the women because fertility awareness is, even though it's quite out there in Ghana, it's not very widespread. So after marriage, if the couple are not having any pregnancy, you see that there's pressures from their in-laws, from their family and friends. And this gives a lot of psychological and then mental torture to the women because the initial impression is the woman cannot have children. So the awareness is very high among women. Most men do not think they have problems when it comes to fertility issues. They think that once they are able to have an issue with their woman and then they are able to produce sperm, they think that is enough. But from this training, we know that it takes a lot of things, not just producing the sperm. The sperm has to be motile, it has to be in good quality, the number has to be enough. So this fertility information for male is quite on the low side in Ghana. The Merck Foundation embryology training here in India is very essential to me professionally as an embryologist because being an embryologist requires that I have all the knowledge and the skills that I need. Being skillful in this job is fundamental because I will be entrusted with human lives. I'm going to help couples to have human beings. So it's essential that I get all the training that I need. This training is giving me this opportunity so that I can get that training that I require. To my patients also, this training will also help them because if I am not trained enough to give them the care they require, it means that their fertility journey is going to be affected. So in that case, as I get the training that I need and I become competent, they will benefit. This training program has been very intense. It's been amazing. I've had a very good experience here. So now I can say that I've had training and I'm confident in IVF processes, how to prepare semen samples for IVF and for ECSI. During ECSI, how to set up the ECSI rig, how to prepare ECSI dishes, and how to do the injection itself. Now I've had training in cryopreservation of oocytes and of embryos. And also I've had training on how to do laser-assisted hatching and then how to take biopsy. These are just the general fundamentals. I am very confident that as I go out there and then start to work, all these things will come into full perspective. So in general, how to set up an IVF clinic, I've had training and the knowledge on that, how to set up an IVF clinic and how to manage it, the skills and then the personal attitudes and ethics that I need as an individual to make sure that all together with my skills, I am able to become a full-blown efficient embryologist who can manage a facility from the scratch. So on my own, these are the training that I've got. So skills and then knowledge and then attitudes personally that will help me to become efficient. So when you come here, every training that you receive, you have to take it seriously. You have to pay attention. You have to make sure every day you report to the departments. Whatever discussions that you have, make sure that you get involved. If you have any doubts, you have to ask them and get clarification. During the practical sessions, you may have some difficulties in the initial stages. Not to worry, just relax, ask questions and keep practicing, That is what happens. Once you practice and you are consistent with it, you will see that you will know everything. And then when you go home, everything will get into full circle. So you cannot be lazy, you cannot be lackadaisical, you just have to be focused, you have to be disciplined. It takes discipline. And then with these, the trainers here are always available to teach you. So if you also put your mind to it that you want to learn and you want to achieve, you can achieve everything that you need to achieve to become a clinical embryologist who can help your patients and your country. So finally, I want to thank the MEC Foundation, the More Than a Mother initiative. I think this is a very brilliant thing that MEC Foundation is doing, because mostly women are reduced to mothers. If a woman is unable to have children, people do not mostly see their worth aside being a mother. More Than a Mother is making us understand that the mother is a human being who has respect, who has values aside being a mother. And of course, it is training me here so that I can get the skills so that when I go, I can help those who are in the age range to have children, to have their own children. So I want to thank Dr. Rasha for keeping this vision alive. Thank you, MEC Foundation. Thank you, Dr. Rasha. Ghana.